Alright, let's talk about the new Kagurabachi chapter. So, we see a flashback of Azami and Shiba talking about the auction and enchanted blades. They discuss how dangerous it would be for two enchanted blades to face each other. Shiba defends Chihiro, saying that, he can find his own, but that's not the point Azami's making. It's because he's capable that's all the more reason they shouldn't be fighting. See, the anniversary of the war recently ended, but despite that, regular folk haven't really seen them in action. Really, it'd be dangerous for any civilian nearby to see two users fight. Like, it would certainly cause a lot of casualties. And then, just as Azami's saying all of that, we move on to Chihiro and Sojo's fight. See, Sojo's just interested in knowing why Chihiro even has an enchanted blade, because he's never heard of it before. But Chihiro notices that, he's after my blade, so he's not after Char. So, thanks to that, he manages to waste time so that both Char and Hinao can get away. After doing so, Chihiro notices that Sojo is in fact stronger than him. This man here is barely wasting any breath in the fight, and Chihiro is already pretty exhausted. That's where Sojo starts talking, and he says, "I truly love Kunashige Rokihira," which confuses Chihiro. It seems that he was some sort of weird fan of Chihiro's father. He's read all about him and the enchanted blades. That's when he asks Chihiro again, why does he have a blade that he's never heard of? He refuses to answer. Then Sojo asks another question. Quote, "Why do you wield the blade?" And Chihiro answers, quote, "To defeat evil and protect the weak. Always." Which is what his father said. I mean, it's a bit corny, but it's pretty sweet since, those were his father's words, and clearly they hold a lot of meaning to Chihiro now. Meanwhile, Sojo is just kinda stumped by his answer. He feels like he's the only one that understands Chihiro's father. That's when we see Sojo start to use a large-scale attack with his blade. He believes that the blades are only used for murder, so he charges up a lot of electricity and strikes. But then Chihiro drew the lightning into his blade, taking the full hit. That's when we also learn that Cloud Gouger has a 20-second interval after it uses an attack like that. Right after, we get this really cold line and panel where Chihiro says, quote, "You're not the one who understands." And thanks to what Chihiro did, the nearby civilians can escape, and Chihiro can land an attack. And I gotta say, this is a pretty intense chapter. Like, I do love how Chihiro's playing it smart here. He looked at Sojo's motives in the beginning and knew that he wasn't after Char, so he took the fight elsewhere. He then used his knowledge of Cloud Gouger's electric abilities and made his blade look like a rod, basically taking the full-on hit, while also knowing about the blade's interval and using that as an opportunity to strike next. So he really used his brain here, which is honestly pretty great to see. Like, of course, we've seen in previous chapters that Chihiro is capable of taking on sorcerers on his own, but he's mainly just, of course, uses his blade's abilities and actions to win the fight. Here, he uses more of his intellect to fight against Sojo, which is a really good change of pace. I gotta say, it's not like, of course we were getting bored of like the fights earlier or anything, but seeing things change up in this chapter was really nice to see. Now, the next chapter should be really interesting. It looks like Chihiro has the advantage, but I wouldn't count out Sojo. We know he's more powerful, even without an enchanted blade, so he could pull something here. Now, I'm not even sure if Chihiro has much left to fight. And I know many in the community are expecting him to lose, and I'm starting to feel that as well. But we'll see. But now, what do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy the chapter? Is Chihiro actually going to win this, or is Sojo taking the dub? Like, I've seen quite a few different reactions, though the majority seems to believe that Chihiro's going to lose. But, if you feel differently, feel free to let me know below, because I'm down to hear all your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, feel free to do that, and I'll try to respond to each one. But yeah, that'll do it for me for now. He's looking forward to the next chapter, because this one was really good, and I'm really looking forward to see how the fight ends. But yeah, so until the next chapter comes out, peace out, and take care everyone.